Hello and welcome. Now, just gonna do a little bit of testing. Now, I have fixed. Yeah, it's weird. I broke all of my original mods. I tried to do something clever, and I'd forgotten it's not really there. I know that makes no sense at all, but it's true. Right. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna see how expensive the Omaton of cheap fertilizer is in comparison to my own. So, it's a bit of a. It's really weird how that actually looks about right. Right, so solid fertilizer. How much for 1,000? Oh, see, it's not right. Wait, it is, yeah, 1421 for almost 2. Mine will be. It's slightly dearer than mine, but really not by a lot. Yeah, so for convenience, again, I'm not like, yeah, it's a bit out. Yeah, it's a. You can see that that's well out, but yeah, if I'm in the right place, I get the thing to fill the tractor with diesel. So, which that actually is not as cheap as you think. Right, the first job we've got to do, and yes, it is like, oh, ties down. Ooh, oh no, front. We want that up. I've got to hope that that's. Although we do have we have a way to fix that. So right, let's get this done. I'm going to time lapse this very briefly. Yeah, I am. So let's get all these fields done. I don't want this to be the session is just us like air fertilising, and we are not. That's more like it. Right, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, I was way out there. What a Gordon Bennett. That was, yeah. I think I should have gone. I was debating whether it was the 21 or the 18 extra. I thought, but it's sometimes it's weird how scale can like grab you. But yeah, it's also knowledge of your fields. You know, like when you've been on a Let's Play for a while, a couple of years, and you've like done that field 2 or 3 times, it's sort of like you know, remember your mistakes, even if it's subconscious, and you tend to like learn from them. So yeah, I'd remember that that's not just a 42 meter like width as I thought. I thought there might be a little tiny bit. Well, there's a bit more than a tiny little bit. So yes. Right, I really have damaged the forest a little bit too much with like thrashing around as I did. It's, I'm glad in a way on the garden though, because it sort of wastes. We can actually use the garden now, which, you know, because it is part of our thing, but there was not even room for productions or anything like that. Whereas now we could use, and this original slab we could use for productions, although it's not. It's sort of isn't quite perfect on the like where it is, as we found with the sheds. It's sort of like the edges of your lands are not quite. Now we could, whilst we're here, just drop this off, because I believe that is like all we need to do. Ooh, now we can, let's switch that off. Forget it's active, so obviously it's got like pumps in it for like pumping, you know, and it shows, whereas a lot of the ones that we had in FS25 were still active boxes, and they would sort of pump things, but there was no real pump. But yeah, I mean, it's not really about that though. It really is about the fact that it's sort of showing that you've got a store of seeds next to your fields and you can use it. So yeah, it's the same as if you carry a trailer. You've got to physically have the trailer connected to that particular one that's got the trailer hitch at the back. So if you did that, your trailer's got to have narrows. There aren't many with trailers with narrows. I have done it, and the other thing is I find it looks horrible, but really it's a convention that you've got at the side of your field a trailer with fertilizer, so it should be reasonably I thought it was well over with those. So we've done all of our 4 fields. It's not too bad actually. Number 9, no, I missed a little bit. I was not quite right there. Yeah, some patches that it would be like almost impossible for me to find. That annoying patch of weeds that I missed. My own silly faults. It is definitely, and it is true. We can see from this that there's quite a big area which we're going to call the farm, although we could sort of do the farmyard right across this section here. Let's just have a look, because 57, there's a bit missing. Ah, no, it's right over here. I keep thinking that's there, and it's not, it's over there. So we do own all of this. So I think the farmyard this is probably the bestest bit. There's a bit of a bank there as well, but I think we could probably do our productions and farms there, and farm like yard probably from there to there, and have another field which we'll do next year. But we could do another field there. That's a point. We could set courseplay going with that actually right now. It's beta, so I've no idea if this will work or not, but let's have a go. Yeah, because one thing that I did really love about courseplay was the fact that you could set ploughing going with the draw method. Now the draw method, it may not be even a thing yet. I don't know that it is. I can't recall, but I've not looked for it. It's one of those things that I can't really say because I've not really looked. So it may not be there, and I'm not going to it's not going to be, because it's a beta. It's really not. Right, so let's move forward a little bit to almost like the edge where we would want to start as a bit of a guide to me, to see how far, and we will. Oh no, we need to press the. The person who tested this, because it's such a departure, didn't like this feature. And I actually do. Yeah, you literally go into the hood like that, but you can't see it in the normal sets. It doesn't have part of that, and I actually quite like that. It's got its own hood that you get to by going into courseplay. So, right, so we don't want. Yeah, I've got that. It must be map based. You always have to do this, which that's the same as it used to be. I wasn't going to sort of show this, right? We need to create a field. No, this is a new field, so we'll call it. It's a point. We've got. How do we handle this? Because we'll call that 57. This one will be 57A. I hate boring names like that. I really do. So, that's all we can do. Field settings. Can we do change mode? No, what can we do? Change mode. Rename, enter, delete, move. That's the normal one. Next menu. Yeah, now this is very useful, strangely enough. Switching the silo. So it's got a lot of its things. Some of these might not be active at present, obviously, because it's not. Stop. Right, so you used to get to this, actually. Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, that is true. No course work width, nearest no course. With target position. There. No, I don't think it's not active. There's nothing. You actually got to this by not having. So it would be something that I've got to do, and I've got to be honest. So far, a lot of the last couple of sessions have been mega boring because it's just farm work, and there's been nothing other than like ripping the field that's actually happened. So I'd like to go on to like the time when we're. Oh, it seems to be the month of the Amazons. We've actually got a beautiful one though, which isn't a shame because actually that's a real good. It is, although we would have had to buy two because that one doesn't. It only does a fertilizer, which I realise Amazon only does. But to me, it's just I don't know why I would pay that much. So let's go through. Let's not faff around. We do indeed want 8 o'clock. I'm hoping to get us to harvest so that next session. I might do it on this one. Actually thinking about it. But I might have to record that later because it's early in the morning, as in like be just before my work alarm goes, and you know I've not got as much time as I'd like. 2765. It's going to rain in a bit. A beautiful voucher. I think we're all right for tractors. Yeah, I don't seem to be struggling. We've got 2 littlies and 2 biggies, and I think that's not a bad place to be at this stage, anyway. So we're going to go through till June. We're not going to faff around at all. We've done everything apart. I'm not. Have I got a roll? No, I haven't got a roll on this. No, I have got, for once, a perfect excuse for not rolling. Whereas on some of the other Let's Play, I keep forgetting to roll, and I have no such excuse because I have a beautiful roller. So yeah, I've got to be careful. The Oseki. Now it's funny, but I prefer doing long grain rice now. But the short grain has a place, but it's not for. Yeah, the oils. It's a good sort of solid business. The same as most of the all normal businesses in hard economy are about $2,000. Then you've got some poor ones that are $1,000, which you don't really want to be doing. And then you've got some really good ones that are like 2.5 or 2.8. So only a few of those. Now that is 30 meters, 61,000. That isn't bad actually, is it? But again, we haven't got any animals to actually be producing anything like that. So as much as it hurts to say no, then we are going to say no. So June, I think this will be us. Now, did we buy the header last time, or did we lease it? I think we leased it because I leased 2, didn't I? Remember? Yeah, I did. Ooh, that's a beautiful roller, but oh my life, that's 65% off. You don't get much better than that. And the horsepower requirement is 275, so we've got only 2 that can actually do that. Now, what have we got? I would cripplers, but it is a huge roller, and it is. I have had it once, and then I lost it. That makes no sense, I know, but right. So what have we got? Have we got a header? I don't think we have. it will be... I should have 2 of... I can't think of its name. Risoux mash. I should have 2 if I'd got the Risoux mash header. Yeah, no, we haven't. Okay, in that case... Ooh. Yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, I'm trying not to do the menu, but I failed abysmally. And so... Headers. We'll lease again, because you do get them in the... It's weird, you frequently get them in the sales. You want the slightly bigger 7 put... Oh, it's a Massey. That's the one I'm thinking of, slightly bigger, because that's slightly smaller. So that's the one we want. And we are going to lease it. Yes. And we're actually just above where that is. So, but are we going to buy those? Because I've got to be honest, they're like one time in a lifetime goes, aren't they? What I'm thinking of is, what? Have we already got the... that, and... What is that? Oh, we've got the massive cedar. Yeah, so we don't need that. Yeah, and it's got good storage, so really, I think we'll say no to that. But that, we'll say yes. I'm going to go out on a limb. Right, I've only ever owned that once before. That is a big chunk of change gone. So let's go grab the Risoux mash. And let's not waste any time. Let's get some fields harvested. Yeah, we've then got to worry about... soon I'm going to have to do the... I'm going to check the grain mill, like on my test map. I'm going to check its cycles. The original Giants version versus my version. Because I think the grain mill's not too bad, but I just want to check. And it's usually the wastage, not the cycles, that are not too bad. So I do want to bring this front loader in, but we've not really had much loading and unloading to do, have we, really? So, header. Let's grab this. This is another beautiful map that I don't need to worry too much about going across the map. Because there's no roads and no vehicles. Yeah, this was JMGaming's first map, and obviously, I'd imagine the first time you make it, you don't really want to put your AI splines in because it's just another one of those features that's going to be. He did add the rhombos. He was getting a lot better. Right, now this is, I think, the patch that no one's got. That little tiny bit there, that would make sense. And then we own from this point onwards, which is quite banky to get down to here. So we'd have to eat into it, which is going to be a bit of a... Right, so we'll set this going. Yeah, I'm going to courseplay this for one reason and one reason only. That is for gathering the straw. Now, what have we... I don't think we've got anything, have we? Didn't we lease the fluffy marks last time? With a baler? I'm not sure that we have. I'm sure, and I don't remember seeing the 10 winkle quick. Yeah, we've got a beautiful windrower. I suppose. I apologise for this, but yeah, that's right. This is the one that I did have the vegetable planter, and we've got the dolly. Yeah, prone. We've got a beautiful trailer. The Grimmy for making ridges, a weeder that is a cracker, and planting of trees, a beautiful elbow, round rod up. Just bought the Cyan, and the Agrosim combo plough for ploughing. Right, okay, so we haven't got. So let's. Yeah, I'm going to courseplay it, because that way I can like follow on. I can lease a. Oh, it's. We're not in a mad rush, or are we going to... No, we're not doing oils, so mind you, we do need to grab this stuff off the field, so I'm going to do it now. Right, I'm going to stop recording for 1 minute while I get the cosplay courses done. See you shortly. Right, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. amazing. That's not blocked at all, but it's this faffing around. Of course, they've done what they did last time. They plugged into giants, which I suppose they've got to in a way. And of course, the workers, they don't know how faff around. It was actually well before this even started, so really should have actually done it. But again, that's what happens when you sort of choose to follow and you don't. But I don't know in FS19 if they did. I wasn't really interested enough at that point on looking to see that this is the bit that the weaknesses, and that's going around corners. That was not enough of a corner for it to be an issue. It's weird, really, because it's algorithms, as in like you've got to tell it different algorithms for different sharpness of corners. It is. Of course, my team, I'm quite sure, if they set their mind to it, could actually get this done, where you go around a corner and the radius of the corner gets changed. It's. Don't get me wrong, doesn't take a long time, but the bigger your field, the longer the time it is that you've got to go around all of those sections and clean them up. And you sort of then got to ask yourself the question, am I really better? Yeah, look, you're nowhere near it, you absolute nincompoop. Yes, absolutely nowhere near it. So you sort of then at that point think, well, am I better today myself? Because at least it's done cleanly, quickly, but I do like the fact that you can actually call Courseplay to do it. It's not an option. And for the main, it does a good job, so yeah, you can't have it always. So yeah, all things considered, we're about to get our first bale, so let's use our front loader finally. Yes. I'm not sure. Now the other thing is, I'm going to quickly pop to the shop of our Maid Road, which now we do own the land. Well, I think we do. I think this is our land now, 57, or I can't remember. I don't think it is. For some reason, I want a third spike. I think it looks a bit more realistic. Not necessarily for the baling, but if you like using it for grabbing, because obviously this is our corner. This is a hill and a half. It really is. Yeah, this is our proper front loader. The only thing I'm a little worried about is the weight. There's no weights that can go on the back of one yet. Yeah, I might have a look at how the lightweight works, as in at the rear hitch that made it pick upable by a front loader, and see if I can make one myself. Would be a nice simple project where I need to do a bit of modelling, because no, it's over here. Yeah, I need to do a bit of modelling. I've not done any modelling yet, where actually I've sort of almost, I have started to do, is that? I don't think it's where you think it is. I think this is about where the, let's just switch them on, because you waste half a minute, like, literally. I always find it looks silly when me or Masilipi like running around like a mad thing trying to find the zone marker. Really, the best thing is, as I always do, really, is to put a bit of one and well out and where it is. Let's put a blob of green, which JMGaming sort of already done. Got a bit of refraction still, so refraction's a thing. So let's just clean that up. If we've got the same we have. So yeah, it is actually that's the mark he's already put himself, so that's not bad. And let's put a little tiny marker, so we sort of know roughly where we're aiming. The four corners ish. Again, it shows the refraction problem that there's always been that. Yeah, I'm going to start to do this like I did before. It's practical. You've got to do this. I might even start to do it. It doesn't look too terrible. I mean, I could have done that slightly different, slightly different shade, and I've made it very obvious what that actually is. But it's still not. I'd still rather make it obvious. Right, so we want to customize. I want the third one. This is really more for when you're doing pallets. Collision on spikes. Oh, well, that's new. You say no. Yes. Well, so see what difference that makes with the collision off. We shall. Right, anyway, back to that time lapse. Yeah, and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. think I'm going to call it, because this is going to be an absolutely beastly session if I carry on. I was hoping to do all of them. They are big fields, and they're awkward fields. Talk about hilly. Yeah, and just had a massive, as you will have seen, huge, absolute. I've not seen one like that since FS19. Yeah, it is a beat. I keep saying that, I know, but it is very, very true. You can't tell. This is really not like the norm. So yeah, it's what we've run away bales and like that was my fault, sort of, but it was. I could see it. I was turning, but of course the baler was still coming towards me, totally oblivious and uncaring about the fact that it was about to wallop the harvester. Obviously, it was bound to come off worse, so it was one of those train wrecks that was just going to happen. Oh, I'm going to do this myself, yeah. Well, so I think what we'll do is we're going to call this the first. I mean, we're doing well. I mean, it's oats, and oats are terrible anyway. I mean, like yield-wise, so... I've checked out the bakeries and the grain mills that I created, and I'm quite happy with what I've done. I've not really... Let's try and get it on levelish ground. Yeah, what I've done is I've doubled the cycles, but kept the recipes, the loss, almost like Giants intended. I've not changed the recipes a lot. Just if I think they're just a little bit too awful. I've just gone on what I did with the normal, everything else. You produce about 5.5 to 6 tons a year with the tiny little factories of most sort of products so far that I've tried, which is quite awful, really. It's you're really not going to make very much at all, and if you're on hard economy, you're really, really going to be scratching in the dirt. And obviously, the Giants factories are also dearer, so it's a win. Sorry, it's lose-lose. It really is. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased with my factories. I have souped them up a little, but again, I've made them more what I would think is believable than super. They are enhanced, as I put on the tin, but they're not like so enhanced that it's silly. They're not like the big factories. They are good. Now the grain mill itself, that's not too terrible anyway, but the cycles I've souped up, I might tweak it down if I find it's too silly, but I think it'll be alright, because I've got to be honest, now the grain mill was the exception. So far, the grain mill I found it was really quite good on Riverbend Springs. When my first one, it was the one thing that I was quite pleased with, but the bakery was terrible. So you could produce lots of grain, but your bakery couldn't keep up with it. So, which, you know, other than unless you're going to put multiple bakeries down, which I just think then it gets silly. I had that on FS22 with the dairies in the beginning when there was no... it is doing the straw thing here as well. Yeah, it's sort of showing the lines before. I had this on Zilonka. Really is quite painful. You can sort of see secret like windrows. Let's just keep that down. So this is the last little bit. We're doing not badly. I'm loving the fact that the brown bales are so large. It really means you're not producing like too many, even on a field of this size, you're not producing too many bales, which is nice. And I can't believe the fact that round bales are bigger than square, so far anyway, which I'm quite pleased about for a change. I think we've pretty much done it. We're not done badly. I was going to let horseplay do it, but of course it thinks it's not finished, because I set it near its point, not realising I was actually at the end of the course. I thought I'd set it right, but I was thinking, to begin with, I thought I'd actually done a standard worker. I thought, hang on a minute, it needs to be unloaded. I thought it's got self-unload on, so why would it do that? I don't know why I did, that is true, but it is, again, as I know I keep saying it, I'm a broken record, but it is a beta. So we're up to 25, nearly 26 tons. This is struggling a bit, again, ground deformation and also going uphill. I think probably on this kind of field, we really will at some point hopefully need an upgrade. This one, I mean, then all of these fields are sort of quite Yeah, also I haven't forgotten that we've got that oats on the edge of that field. I think it was oats, I'm sure it was, the first year round. We were going to do that. So we're going to do, I would say how long this is taking. It's going to take a session for this monster one, and then probably start another session for the other one. But yeah, I thought, come on, this has been a monster already. Surely you're going to call it another. Yeah, I am. It's just too much. So now then, I was total bales. I think actually is going to be all of the bales we've done. Cause did we do bales before? I can't remember. 11. I'd say that's about right. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now there is Rajot G players. I think it's Rajot. There's, I'm sure he's got the tarpaulins again, which is brilliant. I'm going to use them this time. Yeah, because I've never got you. Yeah, they're so amazing. Yeah, your bales and pallets. So I mean, they are for us as a starting farmer really quite amazing. So I've never actually used them just yet. Yeah, I think we probably would have to definitely level the ground a little. Looking at that, but yeah, it's an amazing price, really. So yeah, we're going to call it there. Remind myself what was on sale. Yes, I do remember. Yeah, the new combo system. As I said, really, we don't really need it. And when I'm not thinking of doing rice, we couldn't afford a field even if we wanted one. We've probably just about got enough to do the grain mill. Trying to think, are we going to earn it? Oh yeah, of course I'm thinking it. Yeah, the windmill is going to produce a bit of cash that would dig us out of a hole if like push came to shove. Because we are going to have to like level the ground quite a bit to put these productions down, and that's going to cost us a bit, really. So, yeah, we're going to have to hopefully do bit by bit. We want to put the grain mill down first, and then we're going to have to put the bakery down later on when we can sort of finally catch up. Because it's... Well, the other thing I was thinking, but we haven't got cash to do it, is I thought, well, why don't we do JMGaming's own factory? And I thought, we've not got 100 grand. Should we do a bit of a test at the end of this session? Let's just save the game. I mean, just check that. I think I've switched off on all Let's Plays now. Auto save. Yes, I have. Right. Okay, so we saved the game. Let's just have a look. We'd have to inject 100 grand. So if we do 100 grand exactly, we've saved the game. This will not happen. But I just want to see. I think you can actually do what we've actually got. So let's add 100,000 and let's stick. This is not going to happen, so we're not going to do this where it is. I'd just like to have a look at what JMGaming actually does, and we might be able to see it without actually placing it, thinking about it. T90. Here we go. Canola, corn, soybeans. I think that's wheat. Yeah, I don't know. That's not oats, is it? It's either wheat or barley, so no, we can't do it. Potatoes. Yeah, so we can't do what we've done now. It doesn't mean to say we can't do it. We just can't do it now. So we'll crack on with the original business. That money will have disappeared because I'm not going to save it again. He says after having done this many times and forgetting and saving again. It's a habit, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to leave it here. This is going to be a session, and then we're going to do it again. Otherwise, it's going to be so humongously monstrous. So we've half done. Yeah, we've done 2 of our fields. I mean, to be honest, 8 and 57, as I'm going to call it, 57, and then we're going to call the other one 57B. They're about the same size as 7, maybe slightly smaller, but not a lot. And that is a big, but that is why that's going to be a session in itself. That's going to be a tiny little one. But yeah, this is going to be a long session. It really is. The good news is, though, it is a little bit more level. This really leans down, and so does that one. The land is so... I can't remember the land being so... I don't know if JMGaming souped this up. As in, it's got a real... I mean, either that or I'm forgetting, and it is possible. It is possible. But I'll tell you this much, I'm very glad that we've got those 2 big tractors, because I'm not sure with anything less than these 300, 350 horsepower tractors we'd actually do this. It's a monster. I mean, the Rosselmash is struggling. It really is, and it's only a 6-metre header.
Yeah, I mean, so far I was talking about the horsepower on these. This map is sort of really causing that to be at its absolute. Yeah, it is a nightmare. So I think this one, I don't know. I really think it's about the same lay of the land. This falls away worse though when it gets to that brow. It really does drop heavily down once you get to this sort of point about just about, yeah, it drops down now quite severely. So it really is quite a bit of a nightmare. It really does, yeah. You were sort of on the. It's got different undulation. I don't know that you can even. Yeah, you can see it from about there. It really starts to fall heavily. So I mean, yeah, this other field again, it's going to be quite a. And it is true. I think what we'll do is we'll do a thin strip of productions and the farmyard all the way down here like that. I don't think we own this bit of land just here, that side. If I remember rightly, that's a completely different sort of square, I think. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm sure I am right. But mind you, we'd not bought 57 at that time that I'm taught. Yeah, when we looked at this originally. No, it is. Yeah, that's about where the path is. I am right. So for once, I'm actually not talking nonsense. So up to about halfway through field 8, which is about where our path is that side of it is ours, which is quite fortunate. I didn't really, or did I do that? I did, yeah. Thinking about it, there's JMGaming's like marks the edge of the fields with all of that, like, and I did it straight through that. So really, unknowingly, I literally was on the very border of our land, or what was going to become our land. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.